really believe that art can connect us. I really believe that it's a tool that we can use to bring people together. My name is Debora Adachi. I was born in Brazil. I was raised there. I came to Ireland about 4 years ago. It was in 2019. And yeah, I'm currently working as an illustrator. I write picture books as well, and I do art facilitation. I always loved art since I was a child. It is something that I was always passionate about. I had a family who supported me. Like when I was a child, they used to take me to art classes, they would give me the pencils and books. But when it came to actually making it a career, it's not that they forbid me, but it wasn't something possible. So I went to college to study architecture, and I was frustrated at the time. I know I wanted something different, but I didn't know what. But yeah, I finished, but I came to Ireland and I started to look for jobs within the field. I took some courses during this time and I decided to pursue illustration. And yeah, what I thought in the beginning was that I could try to link architecture with illustration somehow. So the option I found out was, why not start in animation, because I could do backgrounds. You don't need to be an architect, of course, but I could use what I had at the time. So that's what I did. I ended up working in a studio here in Dublin, and I stayed there for a while as well. I was a little bit more happy about it, but I wanted, I don't know, an outlet, a different outlet for my creativity. So yeah, I decided to study publishing for children, and yeah, that's what I'm doing now. And during this time, I'm taking commissions as well for illustration. I recently discovered that I love writing for children as well. So this is something that I'm doing at the moment and that I'm enjoying. And I realized that I actually have a different way of coming up with stories, because for me it's much more visual than the writing aspect of it. So before I even come up with the words, I come up with the visuals. I have one image, and from that I start to create the whole story. And I realized that a lot of other artists do that as well. I came to Ireland and I could change careers. In Brazil I couldn't see as an option, maybe because I didn't look for it, but I don't know. But here I had this opportunity, and I'm finding so many people that can connect with and that face similar struggles. But of course there are many things I would like to see different in Ireland, because I had this experience in Brazil feeling like I didn't belong completely to the culture, and I see it happening, like people who are migrants coming to Ireland and sometimes having the same feeling even though they are born in Ireland. So I think there are a lot of things that need to change in this sense. Belonging, it's a recurring theme that always goes back, because I was born in Brazil, but my family is Japanese, and where I was born I always felt a bit out of place. Even though Brazil is a very mixed culture country, still where I lived there wasn't a big Japanese or Asian community there, so I always had this feeling of being out of place. And now like coming to Ireland, it's another like migration history again. It seems like it's happening again because it happened with my grandfather. And when I was little, I saw him like as someone very traditional that wanted to keep his Japanese traditions. And now I kind of understand why, because of course, like when you leave your country, you cannot erase that from you. So I think now I understand a bit more, and I really appreciate, because I used to be embarrassed of being like the way I am. But now I think it just adds, you know. Maybe I don't fit in completely, but it's a different identity, yeah. I never thought about it when I was a child because I was really embarrassed about how my grandmother used to speak, and I remember people making fun of the way she spoke. And nowadays I come to Ireland and my English is, of course I have an accent, and I in the beginning I didn't want to speak in English, and then I saw myself in my grandmother, you know, like, oh my God, did she felt that way? Yeah, I don't know. I never talked to her about this, but maybe she felt it like a bit disrespected or not taken seriously because of her accent. I think I had opportunities here, and I see a lot of initiatives towards minorities in Ireland. But still, I think I would like to see a more inclusive Ireland. I think the immigrant numbers are rising. So I would like to see a more inclusive place for, not only for the arts, I mean for everyone, but in the arts especially, because I really believe that art can connect us. I really believe that it's a tool that we can use to bring people together. And having a community is so important, like having people that share the same, not only struggles, but experiences. It makes such a difference. So this is what I wanted to see. People engaged and wanting to make these changes happen. Places that are more accessible, not only for migrants. I mean, there are many minorities, but I'm from the place that I'm saying. Yeah, I think representation is very important. I mean, if you're putting people that have been through those experiences, they have a lot more to say. And this, of course, would make a change. Like, it's like when you get to know someone, you actually can understand what their struggles are or their experiences. So that's why I think art is a good way, like, to connect, because it's a way to get to know each other and understand, because we're all, although we have our differences, there is always something that connects us, you know, as human beings.